Coming, there you go.
Well, welcome. It's another live with the Eagle, and it's 22:30 on the 8th of March. And I've got my usual guest in, Mr. Tim Hill from the Hill Manor. And what we're going to talk about tonight is his show, his live show tonight. So, welcome, Tim.
Good evening, Keith. Thanks for having
Good
us on.
evening, Tim.
Thanks for being part
So,
of the show earlier.
yes, yes. So I watched it. So could you tell us a bit about your show from tonight then, Tim?
Well, tonight's show every Thursday is everyday conversations regarding mental health.
Yeah,
And I should have had two guests on tonight, but one of my guests was having real problems just coming into the live stream. Not sure what the problem was at their end or at this end, but they didn't make it. But the guest I did have on, it was 6 o'clock in the morning on a Friday morning for her, talking to us from Melbourne in Australia.
yeah,
And the conversation we had evolved around the suicide of her mother. Her mother committed suicide 23 years ago, and it was talking about her journey recovering from that tragedy and bringing that conversation into an everyday conversation, trying to take the stigma out of suicide. Basically, I mean, there's a lot of suicides about at the moment. A lot of them caused by lockdown. A lot of them caused by people that have been suffering in silence for many years, and it is a mental health problem, and that's one of the main causes for people that take their own life. They've been suffering with a mental health problem for a long time, and it hasn't been dealt with. And that's what the conversation was about. And it's the way people perceive mental health issues. It really is tough. It's been a taboo subject for a long time, and one the people that are surrounded that are left, it can be a real problem because people find it really difficult to talk about it with the bereaved family, and that's what we're trying to do. It's everybody's going to die sooner or later, and talking about death and bereavement, I think, will help lots and lots of people along the way. And it doesn't matter whether somebody's died through a car accident, through an illness like cancer, uh, or taking their own life through suicide. They're all the same. It's a person that you've lost. And what we should be doing is celebrating their lives rather than mourning their loss. But with a suicide, it's quite different. It's quite the process that you go through on the bereavement side. It tends to be a lot different than if somebody's died from a car accident or an accident or died from an illness. So it's only right that people realise the fact that it is a problem, um, and they should deal with it exactly the same as any other death. So that's what we've been talking about this evening, and it's been a really fascinating chat. So if you get the opportunity, it's available on YouTube, and it's also available on your preferred podcast app. So it's also now up as a podcast, the conversation that we had, and it was a fascinating chat. It really was. I see. Hi, Vanessa. Good evening.
Good evening, Vanessa. Nice to have you in. It's great. We've got three viewers in, and the only one that said hi to us is Vanessa at the moment, I believe. So I'm just mucking about with Evmux, going out at 1080, and I can change the scenes, put anything on. So I'm just mucking about, Tim,
Yeah.
as per usual. You know what I'm like when I
Well,
get a new toy.
yeah. So it's
So
something I've looked at as well. I haven't actually done a live from it yet,
yeah,
but my picture is from I'm using my virtual camera on Emux. Oh, yeah, ECam, not
yeah,
Emux. What am I talking about? We're on Evmux, but my camera is the virtual camera I use in ECam. So that's
yeah.
why I look particularly gorgeous.
Yeah, well, this is it. I mean, this is only the second time I've used Evmux, but it really does look good to do. It's very similar to Ecamm, the program that you use for going out live.
Yeah,
Uh, I mean, you can
and
put coloured
StreamYard.
borders on.
I
You
think
can,
because it's a web based app. It's a bit like StreamYard and Melon. I think they're similar, but I think EV Max, if I'm correct in saying, it's a little bit more advanced. There's a few more features that it gives you, a little bit more control over what you're doing with the stuff. Is that right? So, I mean, I've used StreamYard for a couple of years now,
yeah,
and I'm been using Ecamm for, I don't know, 6 months or so. Is it 6 or
yeah,
seven
yeah,
months? I've
yeah,
been on Ecamm, and
yeah.
I'm getting really good with it. But
Yes,
this
you
EV
are.
Mux is something fairly new that's come to the market just in the last
Yeah.
last 6 months, year.
No, no, it's been on a year, but I don't think it's got many users. I mean, this is the free version, and
Yeah,
on the free version, you go out at 1080. You can just use the dynamic scenes, which is similar to Melon StreamYards, or you can use the pro scenes where you can set up different scenes, and you have them all down like you do with the Ecamm
yeah,
setup, and you can do whatever you like on that, and you can add that to the scene, to say
mm,
hi. Uh, and when she first came on, Vanessa says hi. You can alter all that background, different colours and everything like that. But at present, I haven't learnt it fully, but I am learning it, how to do it. So I will get there eventually. It's that one I want back on, so I'll put that
yeah,
back on there like that, and then I transition over, and it seems seamless. It's looks
yeah.
a very very good system altogether. Really pleased with it, and hopefully I will get better. And we've got Lee in the house. Good evening, Lee.
Hi
It's
Lee,
nice
how
to
you
have you
doing?
in. Out, yeah, and I've been watching your video, your live streams, and they've been very, very interesting. I've watched them on the TV, so that's why I haven't been able to put a comment in. But I can see your channel's growing, and you're getting you're at ease doing your live streams. You've always got some interesting guests on, which makes it very, very interesting as well. So, Tim, what you got on your channel next week then, if you can let us know?
Well, Tuesday we got the old live awesome quiz, and next week, because next weekend, not this weekend coming, but the following weekend is Mothering Sunday, and the old Duchess, she's put together a mother's special quiz. So it's all around mothers. So that's the live quiz on Tuesday, going out at 8 o'clock. And if you do miss the live, you can always do it on catch up and watch it. The quiz is back, and pop your scores in the doors in the comments box. And then on next Thursday, I've got a couple more guests coming on to continue the conversation regarding mental health, and hopefully we'll have they won't have any trouble getting in. I mean, I don't know whether you caught last week's show, but oh, what a nightmare! My guest pinged me to say she's running late, and she came in after I started the show, and I hadn't quite worked out how to get her into the show without having to sort of mess around. So you can tell it was a live show. But what I do with the live shows, including the quizzes, I repurpose them and put them up on as a podcast as well, so you can listen to it as well as watch it on YouTube.
Which is very, very good. I mean, I see Lee. What did Lee say? Be used Prism or something. Use Prism. You can have loads of cameras and like it's out like OBS. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But because I'm on a mobile internet, my internet won't do OBS or Prism. So now I've found this one. I think it's a brilliant Evmux. Goes out 1080 on the free version. You can alter scenes, and we've got Stephen. No, we haven't. Who is it? Mr. Wondering Agis. Hi, hello there. Welcome to the stream.
Well, this is my little setup. This is
Yeah.
how I've got my setup. So I've got my main computer over there, which is an M1 iMac. My main camera, is in a teleprompter. I've got a mixing desk, which is the Rodecaster Pro, and I've got my main mic, which is the Rode NTG2. So that's where we are with that. So that's how my setup is, and that's the way that I put my scenes together, as it were. So, but I generally go out with using Ecamm Live because
Yeah.
it's a little bit more controllable in the stuff that I'm doing. Or I've also got a Stream Deck for changing the scenes and putting different bits and pieces in. Bits like we can have a bit of this.
And Lee says he streams in 2K, which you do as well, don't you, on
I
your
can,
channel
but
through
it does
Ecamm?
take up a lot of bandwidth.
Yeah.
I have noticed that it takes up a lot of bandwidth and quite a bit of processing power. So I stick with 1080p because most people can generally just watch it back in it's normally in 720 if you're watching on a mobile device.
Yeah.
But even 1080p up on a big TV looks quite good.
Yeah. So Mr. Wondering Haggis, could you tell us whereabouts in Scotland you're from? I'd love to know. Because
Yeah.
I don't think you've ever been on any of my live streams in the past. So,
Have you got your
would love to
skis
know.
out?
Uh,
Scotland's
Good
getting some
PC.
snow, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, I bet he has up wherever he is from in Scotland.
Yeah. Jealous. We got no snow down there at all. We just had a bit of wet the last couple of days.
Yeah, we haven't had any snow here in Cleethorpes.
Yeah. And I'm down on the
But,
south coast in Gosport, and
yeah,
it's been fairly kind to us.
yeah. So,
Perthshire.
Mr. Wonder,
Yeah.
he's from Perthshire. Yes, thank you very much for telling us. I'm from Cleethorpes, and Timmy's from
I'm down in Gosport, just opposite
Gosport.
Portsmouth. We're on the posh side of the Portsmouth Harbour,
Yeah,
the exclusive
and
side.
I see Mr.
Oh, got no snow.
No snow, Mr. Aggis. No
Oh,
snow
yeah.
where he is in Perthshire, and I would have thought they would have had some up there.
I think they're getting it. I think it's
Yeah,
moving up the country, and it's around the sort of the Midlands at the moment, isn't it? And
yeah, yeah, yeah,
in the
yeah.
north of the
So,
country.
uh, what's Lee put in? I'm just having a look what Lee said.
Night all, night Lee,
Night, Lee. Thanks a lot for joining us. Appreciate you dropping by. It's great to have
TTFN.
you in.
to half an hour.
Yeah. So I look at it and I think, yeah, that was nice of Lee to drop in because at this time of night, 'cause it's 11:15 here in the UK, it's
Oh, blimey.
nearly time for the old bedtime,
Yeah.
innit?
Time to bed,
Yeah,
said Zebedee and all that.
yeah. So that's it. Yeah. So Tim, because this was a quick one, I
Yes.
mean, we've been on 15 minutes, so I'll keep it going for another 15 minutes and
Yeah.
see what you would.
See what else happens. I know
Yeah,
Helen,
yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
My Way channel.
I
Oh,
know. I know Ellen, my
My Way
way
channel.
channel. Yeah. I will have to check your channel out then, Mr. Haggis, and have a look at you
Yeah.
and support you because I love supporting new channels and looking, I mean, usually I check out 5 or 6 of the videos on the channels and see what they've got to offer, and I always show my support. Like Tim, I mean, Tim's got a wonderful channel.
Two
It's
wonderful
Tim Eel
channels.
9. Yeah, two in it. Do you want to
Yeah.
put your channel in um, the
That's
name of
it.
your
If you do a search for Tim Hill 9, you come up with the main channel that's got everyday conversations regarding mental health. It's also got ordinary people's extraordinary stories, of which there are many. I interview people and I speak to them about their lives. We find out when and where they were born. They describe what it was like where they grew up, the schools they went to, the education they got. We'll knock that around for a bit, and then we'll look at their work life history, and then we'll see where the conversation takes us.
yeah,
So I've done some fascinating people over the last couple of 3 years. And then there's a different channel, is just a dedicated quiz channel. So if you do a search for live awesome quiz, you should come up with a quiz channel, and we have a quiz every Tuesday evening starting at 8 o'clock, and for about 30 questions, and we have quite a lot of people in chatting away while I'm trying to do the quiz. They're all mucking around in the chat box, aren't they?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's what it's all about. That
Yeah,
when you go on these lives, is to chat with the people in the chat.
that's
I
it.
mean, uh, when I learn, well, I know how to invite guests on here, so uh, hopefully. Next time I do a live, I'll get everything prepared because I've got nothing prepared on this live stream at all. Because we'd been on a live stream earlier
Yeah,
on
I did my live
Marcus.
earlier, and then we watched Marcus, didn't we?
Yeah, yeah, and we watched Marcus, and he finished. So Tim phoned me on Messenger and thought, well, yeah, we'll have 5 minutes on Messenger, and then I suggested let's go live.
Have a go with this, which we've
So
done.
that's yeah, that's why we've gone live,
Yeah,
and
and we
I
get it looking
really
good.
enjoy it. And
So
the other thing that I'd like to mention is if anyone is into live streaming and enjoys live streaming, um, I'm
and
going to
wants
have
to
to get the
improve.
and wants to improve as a presenter on their live streams. Leda is on next month. That means live every day in April. So at the end of this video, um, I will put that into the description. So if you would like to join us in Leda, because that's how me and Tim met
Yeah,
through, but last year it was live every day in August, and there was about 365 in
yeah,
the leader group. And what you do is Lauria gives you a challenge every day. So you go live on your phone, or on your phone for the first 15 days, I believe,
yeah.
wasn't it, Tim?
Yeah,
and then
and then you can start using your tech after that.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. So
the real
everybody can
challenge
go
was
live.
was just trying to do lives on your phone every day,
Oh, yeah,
and
and
yeah, it was a challenge. I enjoyed
yeah,
it.
yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and we met quite a few. We've made quite a few new friends through going through live every day,
Yeah, we did.
Leda, and it's a great group of people. It's you do it on Facebook. It's private. It only goes out to those who are members of the Leda group in
Mm.
that particular month of
Yeah.
April. And at the end of the month, at the end of the challenge, they have a party, a Zoom party, and we all get together. Uh, you check out each other's live videos. It comes up, after you've done your live in the group, and people can look at it and make comments and
Yeah.
any criticisms if they feel like helping you along. So I recommend it to all my viewers because it really gets you thinking about how to do live streams and how you come across presenting. I mean, I don't know what you think, Tim, but I think that when we was on it in August, we've
Yeah.
both learnt a lot, both got a lot more confident where we can do a live stream on our own, knowing you, because I mean,
Yeah.
you present your live awesome quizzes on a Tuesday at 8 o'clock, and I can see the vast improvement in you
Yeah.
that you've learned from doing it last August. And then
I have.
your presenting style on your everyday conversations about mental health, how when you've got a guest on, you make the guest feel at ease straight away, and you really, um,
Yeah.
you've improved, and it's given you the confidence to do these live streams. And this is what I think is well worth the group, how to improve and become better live streamers. Although initially it is geared to younger and middle age group who
Yeah.
really want to make a living out of YouTube, out
Yeah.
of doing live streams. Uh, and but we can all learn and improve. I,
Yeah.
I
I
don't
mean,
know
we
what
do it
your
just for fun.
yeah
So,
I don't know what your
no other
opinions
reason.
are on it, Tim.
I do it just for fun. I should be doing leader again in April, and just because I enjoy it, and I think it's you'll learn something from it every time. That's for sure. Um, and 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 it's a challenge in itself just to be able to go live every day for 30 days. So and the challenges that they set. I mean, the first challenge is to be able to do it on your phone every day, which is a bit of a challenge just to get it right, just to set it up so you're going live to the group and not to the World Wide Web, not to the world,
Yeah, it really
which
is.
I did on a couple of occasions.
Yeah, and it is a great challenge, isn't it? I
Yeah,
mean, because as I say, we've just watched Marcus's live stream, and he had somebody on,
yeah,
uh, India Delgado, and it was absolutely brilliant. Uh,
yeah.
Guess who's just come in?
Oh,
It's my
Vauxhall.
mate Paul, 007 Vauxhall, and
Hi,
he's
Paul.
here. Yeah, hi Paul. Uh, I'm going to have you on one of these live streams one of these nights, Paul. I'll have to get in touch with you and see if you will come on because
Does he have to
now
have his eyes blacked out?
I don't know. Did I tell you he'd done his first live stream the other Sunday and
Ah,
how many views he's had on it, and how many guests he had in for his first live stream? Oh, was I envious of it? Really envious of him,
so
and
did he do well?
he did very, very well. He had about 70 and
Good grief.
last time I looked, it had about 800 800 odd views on it.
So
So,
what's he doing different to us then?
well, he's got 6,000 over 6,000 subscribers on his channel.
Oh
Then he's
right,
got
so
his
I
then
see.
he's got his
So
shaving channel.
yeah, so all he's done
I mean, it's
so far is just put up recorded stuff, has he?
yeah, yeah.
And now it's gone
Every
live.
Saturday night,
Yeah.
Paul 007 Vauxhall, he does a hot and spicy on a Saturday night. He puts it up about
Ah,
half an hour. It prepares a spicy uh, snack, food, whatever, and then he has
gotcha.
a different pint, different beers from all over the place.
Funny you should
And
mention food and hot and spicy. The old
yeah,
Duchess is working on a hot and spicy and a food quiz. Got a food quiz coming up, and one that's hot and spicy. So yeah, what we got coming up first? We got next week it'll be the Mother's Day. The following week is I think it's raining cats and dogs. I think that's the following week on the 21st. That'll be fun. That should be quite a good one, that one. So, yeah, we've got lots of quizzes coming up.
yeah. So you look at that, a lot of quizzes. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what, I do like this Evmux, really do.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm really impressed with it, and I haven't got the full use of it yet. But for a free version, you get 30 hours free streaming, and if you look into the pro scenes, you can change your background, change the layout of the uh, template before you go live as you're live, and you can just transition over when it's all done when you've got it right, I believe. Make the corners round. You can put a border on like you do in Ecamm. You've got your
yeah.
comments. The great bit about it is that if you've got like three or four, five guests, you can have up to 12 people in the live stream. Uh,
That's fun
and
to control.
yeah, yeah,
Sometimes
I
it's hard
think
enough controlling one guest.
yeah, yeah, agreed with you there, Tim. I think one or two max, because if you get more than that, people start talking over you, and you can't get your point of view over.
Hmm.
So, um, and I've got to start learning when I'm talking to look at the camera, because the camera is just to the left of the
Yeah.
laptop, and I keep on looking up, but it's level with me, so I'm there like that usually. So I've got to start learning, and I've got to start improving the background definitely, and I've
Yeah,
got to
it's
keep an eye on the
difficult with backgrounds.
comments. What was that,
Um,
Tim?
so it's difficult with backgrounds. I mean, that's my background for most of my shows, but occasionally I put up a big green screen or a black screen, and and then I use some virtual backgrounds sometimes. But I've not done that recently. I just haven't had the time to sort it out. But I might do. Might have a go at doing that at some stage in the not too distant. All looks good and sounds is great. Thank you very much. Um, so it's the equipment I'm using. It's all pretty much a professional standard stuff. So the camera that I use is a Sony ZV-1. The mic is a Rode NTG2 that runs through a Rodecaster Pro sound desk. I haven't got any processing on. It's just the pure sound. So and then it's running through an M1 iMac and out into the Ulu.
Yeah, and I'm using a PTZ camera with a 10 times zoom on it, and the Rode NT mic on my system. I mean, what I like about the PTZ camera, you can just go, yeah, and you go, cheerio, or you go like that. I can zoom in a lot more, or I can zoom out, as you can see now. £299 for the PTZ camera, and I am thinking about selling this one. I've only had it about 6
Getting a
months,
flashier one.
and I was going to get a tracking one which cost £599 or £699 was it on Amazon. PTZ camera that tracks you, so I could get up and move about. Whereas on this one, I've got to use the remote control
To do all that
to,
malarkey.
to do all that, and it goes up and down. So you can go down like that, or you can go up, and it goes straight to the ceiling, points towards the
So
ceiling.
I can kind of do that with this one.
Yeah, you can go in. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Well,
can
that's
go
what I
in,
mean. Yeah.
and then I can go down, and I can go up, and I can
Yeah,
so
but you've got to touch it, haven't you?
well,
You've
I'm actually sort of controlling it in Ecamm.
Yeah. Oh, you control it in. Oh, I didn't know you could control it in
Well,
Ecamm
because I've gone with a virtual, using it as a
camera.
virtual camera
Yeah,
in Evmux. That's how that's done.
yeah. But
But
I think it's br- brilliant. This, I mean, I've added a few more scenes if I wanted to put those on, but I'm not going to put them on tonight. I mean, I don't know whether I can. Let's have a look. Uh, just show you how I can create a quick scene. Uh, Add a layer. So I'm still talking. We're still live.
yeah,
So
still all over it like a cheap short.
yeah, yeah. I don't know why they haven't gone.
I mean, with the free version, you have their powered by Evmux, don't you?
Yeah, yeah,
Whereas
yeah, yeah.
the paid
That's
version, you can take off their branding and have your own.
yeah, yeah, and the free versions like oh the free versions you get 30 hours. The paid version like StreamYards is $19, which is about £16 UK.
Yeah.
So you've got all that. I'm just looking at what they've got in here as a media file, So, I mean, I could just put that one on and show you. I've moved it round. So I could add me in. So I'm just putting a quick scene up. That so I'll just do this one. Yeah, you'll see what I mean by adding a new layer. So this is one I've just created on the fly, a quick scene like that. So it's a motherboard, and I can alter it just to show you I'm inside that like that. So I could just create anything that I want to. Now I've got to, because I've created that many scenes, I've got that many things to put on, and then you just go like that. And you've got different transitions, so I could do one that flies in, one that comes up, one that comes down. This is the fade one.
Yeah.
You can crop the image. So if I wanted to go into that and crop it, so oh, what have I done there? Clicked off something. So go on yours, and I'll crop yours. So
Yeah. So you can do
I'll
all
just
sorts.
yeah move it about. So there's that. So I thought I'd crop myself there. Yeah. So I want a bit more on it.
Wants to change the colour then. Of the
Eh?
change the colour of the text boxes, the names
Yeah.
boxes.
So that's it. So I'll just show you what I've done now on there. There you are, House 2. The only trouble now I've done that, I can't go back to the original scene, I don't think. No, because I've altered it all.
I
So
know.
I better undo the crop, I think. Reset. That's it. Go back to mine, and I can reset that as well.
Yeah.
Re-
So it's cheaper than StreamYard. It's just Mr. Wandering Agis has just put up a bit down there. Um,
yeah,
I think I think it kind of works similar
yeah. I'm looking at the
to
pricing of
StreamYard.
it. It's cheaper than, yeah, it is. And the thing about it, wondering out, is that it goes out in 1080.
Yeah,
That's the advantage of it, that it goes out in 1080. And to get that in 1080 free for 30 hours and what you can do with it is remarkable. So
yeah.
it's
I think
uh,
it's definitely worth a look at.
it
Um,
is. Because I mean, all right, you've got used to Ecamm on your system,
yeah,
but when you look at this it's easy to fetch people in onto your stream, innit? You know, and
yeah,
as long as you get everything set up, you can upload your own backgrounds, upload your own files. You get
yeah,
20 gig of storage, which is uh, well worth it. Because I don't do any local recording. It's got local recording that
mm,
like it has in StreamYards and Melon and Restream.
yeah,
Uh, the advantage of this is that you can, if you've got, say, you've got more than one guest on, while you're live, if you've got two guests on,
they can
or
talk in the
two, three,
background.
four, you can go in a group chat in it and they can hear everything you say, but on
It's
the
not
live
going
stream
out.
doesn't hear it.
Yeah,
Or you can talk to him individually,
mm,
which I think is, you know, brilliant. The only thing that Evmux hasn't done yet is bought out a producer where you can invite somebody, one of your
to be in the
friends, to
background for you.
produce the show
Yeah,
and take control of the comments and everything like that, because it's very hard when you're live, like I'm live now,
yeah,
controlling, altering the scenes, looking at the comments, and so forth, to keep going, because that's why I'm looking the opposite way to look at the
yeah.
comments and do the scenes, whereas um, I forget to look at the camera then. Like now, that's when I'm looking at the camera.
It is a challenge. It is
It,
a
it's
challenge.
it is a very challenging proposition,
Yeah.
really, Tim.
But these things are sent to try us, and it's all trial and error, and it's all about having a bit of fun. That's what
Yeah,
it's.
it is.
That's what it comes down to. It's all about having a bit of fun.
Yeah, yeah, and because we both enjoy doing live streams,
Yeah.
and I do, I thoroughly, really do enjoy doing a live
Mm.
stream. I enjoy doing them on my own, without guests. Uh, it's finding a subject um,
Yeah.
that I'm passionate about, because you've got to be passionate about things, because if you're passionate, it comes across on a live stream,
Absolutely.
and um, that's what I want to build up. I mean, I'm very passionate about quite a few subjects that I've never really spoken about on here.
Yeah.
Uh, like you're very
Absolutely.
passionate about your Thursday night live streams when you
Yeah.
do the
About mental
um,
health.
mental health and everything like that. Yeah,
Mm.
because you are passionate about that, because you've
Yeah.
lost a few friends to suicide, uh,
I see Anne's just about
bereavement.
to leave. Didn't know
Eh?
Anne was in, but she's leaving.
Oh, who is?
Anne.
Oh, I didn't know Anne was in. Oh, take care. Oh, good night, Anne, and thanks a lot for being in with us. Really do appreciate you coming in. I just wish you'd said hello previously, because I didn't see Anne in at all. Did you then?
No, I thought she'd just come in, but she's just going
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah. So it's because I was looking at the camera then, instead
Yeah.
of concentrating on the chat. I didn't see it. So I do apologise if you're still there,
Yeah,
Anne.
so we've been on for 40 minutes now.
Yes, I know. So
That's 10 minutes
it's
longer than we were going to be.
right, yeah. So shall we call it a night in a minute or
I think
two?
we should. I think it's 10 past 11 and it's time
Yeah.
to wander up the old wooden hill.
I'm just gonna find out uh,
How to
what I
end
can
it.
do. Uh, no, that ain't the one. So remove that. Remove that. I've got to find the. I want the.
What, what the last scene and the
Revoke
end
it.
button.
Yeah, I want the end, and I don't know where it is.
Well,
The
no good
ending
asking
media.
me. I can't see it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I'm just looking. So if I can find the end, and
Top right
then we can
corner.
go.
Would it be in the top right
Uh,
corner?
no, I don't know where
Bottom
it is.
left?
No, I don't know where
Along
it
the
is.
bottom? Would it be along the
No,
bottom somewhere?
no, it's not that countdown timers. It's I've seen it. I've got tons of countdown timers, but I want one that says "Thank you for uh,
Oh, right.
coming in."
Are you not
Uh,
looking at just ending the live then?
yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, but doing it properly.
Oh, right. Being posh at it.
Yeah. Seeing if I can find. No, there is one, but I can't find it. I cannot find the ending. Uh, and it's very,
Does it say
when you think
terminate?
about it, or who's commented? Anfield in the, no, who
Yeah.
said,
Sorry, didn't want
Tim,
to.
may I ask you if you're ex-army?
Yes, I'm retired. I retired 5 years ago. Just coming up 5 years. Yeah,
Yeah.
5 years I've been retired. Good grief.
Yeah, Anne says sorry because she didn't want to interrupt us.
Oh, you wouldn't have interrupted us. We would have
No,
brought you in.
yeah. Well, I've got to find out how to do this styling. Now, let's custom banners now. Oh, I wish I knew where it was,
You'll
but I
have to do a
don't.
bit more playing with it.
Yeah, I've watched them. I've watched them, and I thought I've got it. I've found it,
Yeah, and then you haven't.
and then I haven't. Yeah. I know
Hey,
where it.
you're welcome. I had 44 years of under the colours, man, boy, regular and reserve, and I enjoyed every one of them. I
Yeah,
did have a great time, particularly the last 20 years where I was in a science mess and I could take liberties.
yeah.
I
Oh
did have a
no, I
good
can't.
time. I had some great jobs. I did some great. I went on a lot of operational tours and had a good time. Nearly didn't come back, mind, but had a good time while I was doing it.
Uh, Thank you for your service, Tim. Uh,
Yeah, I've just seen that.
yeah, which is very good. Yeah, we'll have a look. I mean, if you ever want to come on any of our shows, we'd appreciate it. Just drop us my emails on the about page, or you can leave a comment in, and we can always do that, can't we, Tim?
Hmm.
Because I mean, we always like talking to ex-servicemen. So I will put my muck up then. I test on my channel. Oh, so we'll have to go over to his channel and have a look then.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna transfer it over to me. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining us on tonight's show, and I appreciate Tim for coming in. And I think we had about 6 viewers in at one time, Tim. So I appreciate it all happening. So I'm going to say cheerio and hopefully I might see you tomorrow night, because I might do a live stream tomorrow night. So bye everybody.